Oh my gosh, yes.
I ain't got you, Lord.
I don't got you, Jesus.
You just throw Jesus in there.
I know.
Every song is meant to glorify him if we do it right.
I love it because when they're singing it the way they are, I know they're believing it in that moment.
Yes.
And they're believing that truth. And that is the most powerful thing, is them believing it. And that's the important thing.
When you write something honest and true, and then you sing it with all the conviction that your voice can muster, which is exactly what you do. Bring everything to every song, and that's going to connect to the hearts of the people. And it's the Lord that does the work. What an honor it is for us to be able to take part in that, isn't it?
Yeah, I heard God so clearly say to me, this is what you're supposed to be doing.
With your voice.
I'm calling you to something bigger than you even realize. And I couldn't even understand it fully.
I really hope you like it.
What's up, my friends? Welcome to another episode of the Matthew West Podcast. I'm your host, Matthew West, and as always, I really hope you like it. I'm trying to say that first sentence faster than I've ever said it before. I think that might have been my fastest time, but who's counting? Thanks for joining me today. I'm so thankful for all of you who listen to the show week in and week out. Maybe you're watching on the official YouTube page. Wherever you're listening or watching from, please engage with us. Send us a comment, subscribe, share podcast episodes with people who you think might be encouraged by the conversations, man. I've been loving every conversation that we're bringing here to the Story House, and today is no exception. I'm bringing an awesomely talented young artist to the Story House today, an artist that I've had the chance to write songs with and be part of the beginning of her career. Together we wrote a song that has been her first radio single, a song called The Truth, that we're going to talk all about the heart behind that and the heart behind this artist's ministry. It's so cool to see so many young artists rising up and saying, I want to tell people about Jesus, and this is that artist. Let's go to the Story House with Megan Woods. You've had your first experience like sleeping on a tour bus already?
Yes.
Do you sleep well on a tour bus?
It really depends. I feel like I do.
You do?
Sometimes if it's a little bumpy, it's a little hard, but I actually really like it. Something about like when we move, I can sleep well.
Okay, some
like
people
relaxing.
swear that it like rocks them to sleep like a baby.
Yes, that's
but
how
like
it is
I
for
always
me.
worry about new artists like yourself, or like when you are getting used to road life for the first time. Because and the reason why I worry is because I've done this for 20 plus years. And I can't sleep on the bus.
Really?
I struggle.
Oh my gosh.
Like I bought this. Do you have one of these Oura rings that like tells you how well you slept at night?
No, but I would be so curious.
Okay, so I got one, and this is how bad I sleep on the bus. Like when I get home and I'm sleeping in my own bed.
Yeah, it's probably like
it'll
amazing.
say like my score is like it's on like a 0 to 100 scale. And so your sleep score was a 92 in my own bed.
Oh my gosh.
On the bus.
What is it?
I got home and I looked at it and it was like, your sleep score was 12.
12?
Yeah. And then it shows you how long, like, you're supposed to have like deep sleep.
Yeah.
REM sleep. I don't know what.
Oh, yeah. The REM sleep. Yeah. It's like the deepest
Dude,
sleep. I don't even know what it is.
You had 2 minutes of deep sleep.
2 minutes?
I'm like, oh my gosh.
And
No
then
wonder
meanwhile,
I
you're playing
feel.
a show.
Exactly.
Yeah. So crazy.
So thankfully, you don't have that problem.
Yeah, I mean, it's so funny. I try to fall asleep like right after we start moving because that's when I can feel like, I don't know, just the most at peace because we're rocking.
Yeah.
It's weird. I don't know. It's bizarre. But I had to get like a foam topper because like it was a little bit more stiff.
That was to make it feel a little bit more like home for you.
Yeah, but it's weird. I can fall asleep like anywhere. I feel
really?
like I can fall asleep on the couch. Yeah.
Megan, that's a gift. That is
crazy.
the Lord's blessing on your life.
I was meant to be an artist then because I can fall asleep on the plane.
I'll tell you what, I get mad at like we have a bass player in our band who's the same way. Like literally we could be sitting across from each other like we are doing this podcast, and he could just, if I said go to sleep, he'd be knocked out in 5 minutes. And then they wake up after I'll be like, that was the most bumpy ride last night, and they're like, man, we didn't notice a thing. We slept so like
funny.
babies.
See, I think growing up too, I remember my mom always saying like, oh, this went off in the middle of the night and you were just asleep. Like,
so you've always been a deep sleeper.
Yeah, pretty much.
Man,
but
that's
I mean,
just...
unless I'm like super like hyper, because after shows, I'm still, I don't know if this is like because I'm newer.
You get amped up.
I get like my adrenaline is through the roof after.
For sure.
Which I love so much because I would lean that I'm more introverted. But I feel like after a show, I'm just like, I just want to meet everybody. And
really?
Like, I just get so like hyped up. Yeah.
So it
it's really
brings,
cool.
the stage brings the extrovert in you out.
Totally.
But in life, you've always felt like more like an introvert.
Like, I will talk to people and I love people. I know that I need to go home and charge.
Yeah.
You know?
That's my
And
youngest daughter, big
really?
time. Yeah.
See, some people, like, they'll hang out and talk to people and they thrive off that. Like, for me,
Yeah.
I love it, but then I need to go home and process it and, like,
Yeah.
my feels about it. I don't know.
Yeah. No, that's interesting too, because it's interesting being on the road for me has, I feel like I'm definitely an extrovert by nature.
Yeah.
But all the years of touring and being around so many people has actually brought out the introvert in me.
Really?
Like when I come home,
You're like,
I
need my
really,
time.
I do sense a need to like be by myself or like take a long
Totally.
walk and like
you need to spend
regroup.
time with God one-on-one.
100%.
You know, it's important to spend time with the Lord, like in a group on tour doing ministry together, but like you need that time alone.
That's exactly right, because that's where everything else flows from that.
Exactly. You
Okay.
gotta pour into yourself.
How old are you?
I'm 24.
Okay, you're way too young to feel old from the road anyway. So you're just getting started and life is going incredibly well for you and your
So
music is
mind-blowing.
touching so many people's lives.
It's
And
so
you just we were just talking about tour before we started because you just finished, was it 40 cities with Big Daddy Weave,
Yes.
who are some of the best people in the
The
world to
most
travel with.
mind-blowing people.
Yeah.
Yeah. I loved every second with them.
Tell me
Yeah.
about that experience and what it's like to when you're coming out for the first time, because you haven't done your own tour yet, right? That's probably coming.
Yeah, I've never. Yeah, I think it's coming soon.
Which is so good to like go out with other artists and like see how they conduct their ministry. You feel like you've learned a lot from being with artists like Big Daddy
so
Weave?
much. It's so cool because the tour literally was called the Let It Begin tour. Like, how cool is God to like be in that detail of it?
Because
you know?
you feel like you're beginning.
Yeah,
Yes.
like it was my very first tour called the Let It Begin tour with Ben Fuller, and just being around people that love God that much has been so inspiring. Just being a young new artist, learning, how to operate and like be out on the road, how to encourage somebody. But what I loved is like behind the scenes, it was the exact same way as it was on stage. Like they were praying for me.
Yeah.
I was praying for Ben. Like
Wow.
everybody was just praying for each other, lifting each other up. It felt like such a family.
Yeah.
They really care and love people well. And my favorite part is them praying over every seat. And there was like one time, like I think this is the second run, I got so overwhelmed. Like I just started crying and everyone's like, "What's wrong?" I'm like, "No, I'm just so overwhelmed." In a
While
good
you were
way.
praying for the people?
Well, while they were praying, because I was just seeing them like touch every single seat and like just how intentional they were. It was really, really mind blowing to see.
Intentional is a good word. And to
Yeah.
see that, and like you said, I would imagine, as a newer artist, I know when I was like newer coming in, like, and getting to be around artists that I listened to or looked up to, like, they always like, there's a cliche. It's like never meet your heroes or whatever, because like, why is that a joke? It's like, because you might be disappointed or you might find out they're not the real deal. But like to go out on a tour with an artist who's further down the road and go, oh, they are the real deal. Like they're the same on stage as they are off stage. It's not some kind of a show.
That's how I felt meeting Mark Hall. So Mark Hall has always been my hero growing up.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call him my hero, but he can be your hero. But I do love him so much.
I love him. We wouldn't tell Mark. But no, it was really funny because he found out about me before I put out my first song.
Really?
And I think it was because I got signed to my label and he was watching out for my journey. And I think I texted him on Instagram and I like didn't think he'd even see it. But I just said, "You're like the reason why I'm doing Christian music," because literally my mom like was having a hard time when I was growing up at one point, and she literally just Googled like hopeful music and Casting Crowns came up.
Well, that would be a good one to come up.
I know.
That is so cool.
And so like growing up, it was like always playing in my mom's car.
Okay,
and
favorite Casting Crown song? Like
Praise You in the Storm.
Praise You in the Storm is so good.
It's so good. Oh man, there's so many. There's one too on the end of one of their albums. Now My Life Song Sings, and it's like so emotional. Mark's voice is just so raw and emotional in it. It's really touching.
I'll tell you what. And have you gotten to spend time with him?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got really close with his vocal coach. And so working
Diane.
with her. Yes, Diane Sheets.
Who's amazing.
She is phenomenal. I love her so much. But yeah, we worked together and she invited me to go. She was like, "Oh, Mark wants you to come hang before their show."
What?
And so I got to talk to him and Diane on the tour bus, and he was just like really pouring into me.
Yeah.
And it was like definitely a full circle moment where I was like looking back at my whole life. I'm like, I can't believe we're
How
here.
cool is that?
Yeah.
So your Big Daddy Weave experience for me was Casting Crowns in 2011.
Wow.
I got the opportunity to go out as the opening act for Casting Crowns, and watching them and realizing quickly that they are the real deal.
Yes.
And that they're in that. It's like, no, this is not entertainment. This is mission work. This is ministry work. This is like, we're not on the road to feed our egos.
Totally.
We're on the road to feed other people's souls.
Yes.
And like, I've always felt like Mark is as much of, I mean, he's a pastor too, right?
Right.
But the thing about Mark is like, it's almost like Mike from Big Daddy Weave. Like, these guys, you almost forget how talented they are musically.
Yeah.
Because what shines so bright is like
Jesus.
yeah, exactly. And the way that they communicate the gospel, like what
Yeah.
Mark says between the songs at his shows.
That's like the most impactful.
It's so powerful.
It's
and
so
then the
powerful.
songs are like these exclamation marks to like the message that
Yeah.
they're sharing. But going on the road with them,
Yeah.
having devotions every day, and like seeing the way that it wasn't like, oh, there's shady activity on the bus or
No.
backstage. It's like, no,
There
this
was
is
no
the real deal.
gossiping. No, like everybody was so
Supportive.
loving.
They refused they heard me say like, oh, I opened, like how I just told you I was their opening act. They refused to refer to me as an opening act. They're like, no, we're on tour together. And I'm like,
That's so
I'm
sweet.
like, yeah, but I'm your opening
I
act.
love
You know
that.
what I mean?
Yeah.
And then since then, in fact, Mark's been here at the Story House. I don't know how many late nights we've had
Yeah,
here
that's
writing
so
songs over the years. So
That's so
I love that
mind-blowing.
his music has, that their music has been such a part of your journey. Now, you grew up, even though you're only 24, so you're still growing up. I feel like I'm talking
I'm
to my
an old
daughter
soul, Matthew.
here.
It's okay. I'm like actually 70 inside.
Do you feel like you're an old soul?
Definitely. Yeah.
Okay, what are the qualifications? Like, what are the, like, do you like to knit or something? Like, what makes you an old soul?
So my team and I, we always just joke because I think, I don't know, I love being a part of technically Gen Z. I love like social media and what it does and how, you know, we can spread the gospel on it. But I don't know, I just have these tendencies to like lean more like old soul, my music taste. I don't know, just my personality. But I play music bingo sometimes, so they make a joke that I'm like this old lady.
Well, what's music bingo?
It's literally like you go to a restaurant and
Is
they
this
play
something we need to
music.
play right now?
Yeah,
or
we
what?
should. We should
You
do
go
all
to-
your songs.
okay,
See
this-
how well I know.
Oh, that's what it is. It's like how well you know the song.
Yeah, so they'll play a song. It'll have like a theme, like, you know, 2000s music or something, or like disco, or just random random things. And my family and I, it's like our favorite thing to do. But basically, like they'll just play like a part of a song, like 10 seconds, and you just like see if you know them, and if you get the bingo, like you win.
If you have it on your card too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, this is what I do for my free time. Guys.
We had this old school bingo game, but there's no music involved in it. But
Okay,
we play it
yeah.
at Christmas time with my little cousins and
That's
stuff. They
fun.
love it.
I
But
love it.
music bingo sounds even more fun.
I don't know if it's like a New England thing. I don't know.
So do you know, does that mean that you know older genres of music? Like, or
yeah.
or that you're drawn to like,
Yeah, I feel like I'm not as hip with the music. Like I love older music for sure.
well, so much of right now, like mainstream music now is so dominated by hip hop.
It is.
That if you're not like, I've always felt a little disconnect because it's like, I'm just not drawn to most hip hop music.
Right.
I know that's a shocker looking at me. You're like, no, we could have told you that just by, or like not like listening to my music. You're not going, oh, he's
Definitely into rap.
listening to Drake right now, you know, or whatever. But I feel like I've always been drawn to like older music too.
Yes.
I don't know.
Just like I don't know. I feel I like and appreciate all music, but I love even like musicals. I've always loved just like classical stuff. Like I appreciate it.
Do you go to many musicals? Have you seen many on Broadway or anything? You have?
Not on Broadway, which is crazy to me, but we have like a kind of this like opera house in Boston called the Boston Opera House. So I've seen a few shows there.
That will travel there.
And I used to do theater growing up too.
Okay. So you grew up outside of Boston? In
Yes.
what town?
So basically like right on the line, New Hampshire.
Okay.
So like 30 minutes north
Of Boston.
of Boston.
And Boston's a great city.
It's such a great city.
Do you love going into the city?
I love it so much.
We interrupt the podcast for a very important public service announcement that starts like this. Ahoy, mateys. Okay, that was stupid. But hey, I'm excited to tell you that pretty soon this podcast will be at sea. That's right. I'm going to Alaska, and I'm inviting you to come with me. It's going to be an incredible time. July 12th through the 19th, 2026. We're going to Alaska together, and cabins have sold incredibly fast. There are only a limited number left, but I want to encourage you to go ahead and check out MatthewWest.com. Again, the cruise is already 50% sold out. It's called Story House at Sea, an Alaskan cruise. Join Matthew West, me, and my entire family, and some special guests. You don't want to miss it. If you've always wanted to go to Alaska and never had the chance, if you've always wanted to go on a cruise and never had the chance, this is your chance to plan ahead. July 12th through the 19th, 2026. Cabins and tickets are available now at MatthewWest.com. Do you love seafood?
I love seafood.
Okay.
Lobster rolls. I literally just got one last week.
In Boston?
In Boston.
Oh my gosh. Do you have a spot that you like to go to, or is it like...
We kind of just see.
You can kind of throw a rock.
Pricey. But yeah, I kind of just like go up there and just see what's around. But I love lobster. I love like all seafood.
I went to this place in Boston called... It was like Neptune number 9 or something.
Ooh, okay.
And they didn't take reservations, so you had to like stand in line. And I took my daughter, and it was like the biggest shrimp.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
That it was like as big as my head. It was like unbelievable.
That is
and
crazy.
like lobster rolls. Oh
so
my
do you
gosh.
like seafood a
I
lot?
love it.
So good.
But my thing is, I don't want to get a lobster roll in Nashville.
No.
Like if I'm in Boston, then I want a lobster roll. But here I'm a little
I like get a little nervous here with the fish.
I would too.
Yeah.
Because you know it's not gonna be as fresh.
Sushi I can kind of do, I guess. I love it so much, but I would never get like. There's no haddock first of all here.
No haddock.
Yeah, they only have like cod or something.
Is haddock what they use for fish and chips in Boston?
Yeah.
And that's a different level than cod.
Yeah, it really is.
So did you grow up near the water?
Not super close. It'd be like a 30-minute drive, but my mom and I used to always go to the beach.
Really?
It's like my fave. My fave beach is Hampton Beach in New Hampshire.
Hampton Beach in New Hampshire. Okay, I've never been. That's
So
like childhood memories, core memories for you.
Core memories, yeah. They have like a little boardwalk, walk around, get seafood. But yeah, that was like my fave. I used to wake up at like 4 a.m. and go.
Really?
Yeah, watch the sunrise.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
like I love the ocean a lot.
Yeah.
It's like I love Nashville so much. It's definitely feeling like home, but I do miss the ocean a lot.
Do you feel like, are you considering Nashville your new like permanent place of residence, or are you going back and forth between New Hampshire and here now?
I consider Nashville home now. I love Boston will always feel like home to me, but in a different time. You know, like I can appreciate love for it, but like from a distance. And when I go back, it's kind of like, oh, like this is where I grew up now. And this is, you know, when I'm in Nashville, I feel like this is where I'm meant to be. Like God has me here.
That's how I feel about Chicago. Like I miss it, but this is where I'm meant to be.
Yeah.
But great memories, huh?
Such good memories.
Do you have siblings?
I have an older brother.
Okay.
And we're really close. Growing up, we were like really, really, really close.
Yeah.
He's the best brother ever. He's super good at math. I am not. He got like all those genes. I did not.
Like the academic, or were you good at academically and math was your weakness, or did you struggle all the way around?
I was really good with like writing essays.
Oh,
and like,
well, that would make sense now with you writing songs and singing.
Totally. I used to help write people's papers.
Really?
Yes. I'd be like, you do my math, I'll do your
like the jock
essay.
on the football team is like, Megan, can you help me?
Well, my friends, I would just be like, all right, if you're going to do my math homework, I'll do this for you.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Scratch each other's back, right? That's amazing. I would have been the guy that needed the help with the math.
Yes.
Too. I
so
struggled. My younger brother would help me through.
Really?
Chemistry and math. That's the only reason.
Chemistry is the hardest subject, I feel like.
I can't even.
I don't understand it at all.
No, I'm so glad that music was my future, because I would have been a horrible chemist or doctor.
I feel like every artist is bad at math. Is that a thing?
Maybe it is a thing.
I feel like it's just we can't be good at it.
Which is ironic, because so much of music
is like a math.
Yeah, it's like
it's like a different form of math.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
So you grew up doing theater.
Mm-hmm.
Was that like, do you remember an age where you were like, where just a light switched on for you and you were just like, music is my passion?
I think since I was 4 years old.
For real?
Yeah. I've been singing around the house since I was 4. Always loved like Whitney Houston, Adele, CeCe Winans.
All those references make a lot of sense.
Yes. And so I remember like literally calling my best friend on the phone, and we would just like take turns singing. She'd be like, all right, you sing a song, I'll sing a song. And we would like form this band at recess, write songs together at recess.
Did the band have a name?
No, which is so crazy. Like, it was just two of us, but we had our first song was like, I don't even know if I remember the title. It was like called Tears or something. It was like super funny. We like still remember.
Two grade girls singing Tears.
Yeah, exactly.
That's so funny.
It was so fun. But yeah, I always knew I want to be a singer. I remember watching American Idol with my parents and just like dreaming of being on a stage.
Really?
And I feel like, you know, doing theater was kind of my mom's way of like getting me out of my comfort zone.
Yeah.
Like, she wasn't sure like what I wanted to do with it. So she was like, I think acting and, you know, doing theater would help you just get on stage.
And did you love it?
I did love it. I felt like acting was definitely like not like my full lane. Like I felt like singing was always like my safe place, you know?
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it. I loved doing it.
And that experience of being in front of an audience at a young age, like, do you remember like what was the favorite play that you got to be a part of?
Ooh.
Were they all like, was it like, hey, or were they all pretty well known? Like, we're doing The Wizard of Oz, or
I was in Legally Blonde, which was
Legally
super
Blonde.
Fun. Yeah.
They turned that. Is that a musical?
It is a musical on Broadway. Well, it was on Broadway, but yeah. So we did that. I did it at a theater company, and then I was doing it at my high school. That was like my old-time fave. Nice. We did Hairspray. But it was so funny, Matthew. I literally always got cast as the villain, which is so weird because I think it was maybe because my voice was just like deeper.
Was your voice deeper even in high school?
I think so. It was definitely like it sounded younger, but I think compared to like other like singers, it was just deeper. So they're like, all right, she's the villain. She's the mean one.
That's funny.
I know.
So like if you were in Wicked, you would have been Well, I guess Elphaba wasn't really the antagonist, but like she had like, and then the Popular, whatever that girl who sang Popular had the little floaty voice, like the real thin.
Totally.
You had the opposite of that. Like you have this full,
I know, and I always
voice.
wanted to be a soprano so bad.
Really?
Yeah, it's so funny.
That's hilarious.
I know. We always joke. My friends and I always joke. It's just so funny. I'm like, why was that?
That's hilarious. I remember doing like plays in high school too,
really?
But I felt the same way. Like the acting part was like.
It's harder.
Yeah. I just plus it's like, I don't know, music just has a way of moving people, and it's like once you get a taste for that, like I don't know, it just felt
writing.
So were you like, okay, I know you'd mentioned, because you and I have spent time together and written songs together, but like Whitney Houston I knew was like someone you grew up loving. Yeah. Was there a favorite song of hers? Like what was your favorite song to belt out when you were on the phone with your little girlfriend?
My favorite song was I Have Nothing by her.
I have nothing.
Yeah. Actually,
nothing.
I sing it in my set now because I kind of talk about how, you know, when I was a kid, I'd sing it, and now it's like kind of a worship song. I kind of make it into a worship moment.
If I know
you.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good idea.
It's super fun. Yeah.
So you turn it vertical.
Yes. Yeah, and it does have a new meaning for me now. So
interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so how does the crowd react when you sing it?
It's so cool seeing them worship to a Whitney Houston song. I just think it's so fun.
That's so cool.
But yeah, I see like people's hands go up, and it's really powerful. It's cool.
I was at the Grammy Awards the year that Whitney Houston passed away, like the night before. The night before I think she passed away the night before the Grammy Awards.
That's right. I do remember
at the Beverly Hilton
Hotel.
And one of the reasons I remember that was I was walking the red carpet, and like when you walk the red carpet as known as a Christian artist, like most of the press outlets are like, your publicist is going up to them and saying, I have Matthew West here or whatever. And they're like looking through their sheet, because it's like your name, you're not One Republic, or, you know, you're not Post Malone or something. So they don't really know you as well. So I remember that year at the red carpet, they would bring me up to whatever, Entertainment Tonight or whoever the press outlet was. Yeah. And the only question that I would get asked was like, well, how did Whitney Houston's music impact your life? And I'd be like,
that's crazy.
Well, and it's like, I didn't have a story like yours.
Right. So you're like,
it was so awkward.
You're like, what's that song called?
I was like, well, you know, I mean, what can you say?
Right.
Like, that's what I would say.
You're like, my favorite song's I Will Always Love You.
I was like, what can I say? I'm speechless because I literally had nothing to, I mean,
totally.
I loved her her music,
Totally.
but I wasn't like,
Yeah,
I
like
didn't
a
have a Whitney
diehard fan.
Houston t-shirt.
That's wild.
But that was crazy.
That's insane.
So, okay, I
That's
Have
crazy.
Nothing is now like you kind of pay a little tribute to her, but you turn that song into a
Yeah.
worship song in your shows. That's a great idea.
It's super fun.
And it's a way to let people know like your musical roots, like why you have the sound that
Yeah.
you have.
Totally.
So, okay, so you're in high school, you're doing plays, you're growing up, you're going to the beach at 4 a.m., you're living in New Hampshire.
Yeah.
You're not quite in love with acting, but you're loving the music part. Like, at what point, because to have a record deal now and be as young as you are, like, things had to happen pretty quickly for you,
very
right?
fast.
Did you said you grew up watching American Idol, like, but your breakthrough didn't come via a television show or anything.
No.
I think you could talk a little bit, but I think a management company found you on social media or something. Were you posting videos or how did that all begin?
Well, it was really interesting. My manager found me through a hashtag on Instagram.
What was the hashtag?
I think it was like Alicia Keys cover. And I thought it was a scam. And so I didn't answer it for like literally a week. And I just happened to bring it up to my dad. And I was like, hey, by the way, like I got this DM on Instagram and I'm like, it has a link attached. Like, I don't know if I should click it. And he's like, just send me the link. My dad was like ready to risk his phone being hacked. And so he clicked it and he was like, oh, this like looks real. And it's so funny because fast forward before that, God was doing so much in my life. I grew up in a Christian home, like grew up, knowing God and loving Jesus, but I didn't know like how to have a relationship with God and I didn't have one. It was just kind of like, I love God and I'm memorizing verses in church right now to go to Bible camp.
Yeah, sure.
Like I wasn't understanding scripture fully. I was young. And so when I was 18, I went through a moment where I was just like at rock bottom with my worth. And I felt so unworthy of love and just was experiencing heartbreak and picked up the Bible for the first time. And God really just spoke to me in that moment. Like the word of God just came alive for me. And I got myself back in church because I stopped going when I, approached high school. So I kind of drifted away and was experiencing some like really hard things. I also went through some verbal abuse and bullying when I was really little. That kind of like planted those lies in me and planted seeds in me that I wasn't worthy of things and good enough. And so in that moment, I started to read literally like how God views me and like how he sees me. And as I started going to church, I joined a life group that like changed my life. And I decided, as I was singing at restaurants at the time, to join the worship team. And so I started leading worship, and literally I heard God so clearly say to me, like, this is what you're supposed to be doing.
With
like,
your voice.
With your voice.
Wow.
Because when I was singing at restaurants, it was so empty feeling. It felt like by the end of the night, like, I love doing it, but like, there's not, like, I don't feel fulfilled.
Were you just like doing covers?
Just
like
doing
in
covers.
The background kind of thing? Yeah.
And I felt like it was kind of just this empty feeling, just, singing near a bar and being the entertainer that night.
I've been there for sure.
You know? And so when I was leading worship, I was seeing people for the first time worship, put their hands in the air, like surrendering to God. And it really became so life-giving for me. And shortly after, that's when my manager, like, I think it was like a few months later, my manager found me.
Had you posted an Alicia Keys cover?
It was
and
an
you
Alicia
used that
Keys
hashtag?
cover. Yeah.
And they heard it.
And I wasn't even
so
posting
cool.
Christian music. So it's
wow.
So it was like secular music, and so they didn't even know if I was a believer. They were just like, "We love your voice. Like, I'm a Christian manager," and like they just felt led to reach out to me.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's been really wild. So I literally drove to Nashville like a month later, met my manager, and we worked together the next day. I was like, I instantly trust him.
You're like, how old are you then?
I was 20.
Dang, that's crazy. So this has happened really fast. So you
Really
were out of
fast.
high school at the time,
Yeah.
singing at restaurants, just picking up gigs because you knew music was what you wanted to do.
Yeah.
It's so cool though that when you started leading worship at your church, like once you got a taste of that, I do feel like there's something, because like I've written songs in all like different types of genres and all different types of songs, but like there's no substitute for like when someone tells you not how much they loved your song, but how much the song like helped them find hope or impacted them or brought them closer to Jesus. Like, I feel like it kind of ruins you for ordinary. And it sounds like you got a taste of that getting up at church and leading worship. And then the timing of you being contacted is, okay, what was the Alicia Keys song? I'm just curious.
If I Ain't Got You.
Yeah, of course.
That was always like my cover song.
What a song,
I
man.
love that song.
You could turn that vertical.
I know.
Some
if I ain't got
people
want it all, but I don't. Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes.
I ain't got you, Lord.
Yeah. If I don't got you, Jesus.
That's it. You just throw Jesus in there.
I know.
Every song is meant to glorify him. If
There's so many
right.
songs that you can do that to. It's so fun. It's so cool.
There used to be this band called, what was their name? I remember one time I was playing a festival and this band, their whole shtick was that they took secular songs and made them Christian songs. But they pushed the boundary. I used to think, every song can become a Christian song. But some of the ones that they did, I was like, okay. Like they took, this is probably way beyond your age, but there used to be this massive hit song called Stacy's Mom.
Oh, wow.
And it was all about how the guy thought his buddy's mom was pretty. Like, Stacy's mom.
That's
hilarious.
Got it
going on. Like,
and they made that about Jesus?
Oh, yeah. They turned they turned it into JC, Jesus Christ. JC's mom has got a growing son.
That is crazy.
Real.
They threw Mary into it.
They made it about Mary raising Jesus, and I was like, okay, guys.
That is kind of crazy.
I think we found the line here.
Yeah, that's like,
They also did Eminem's, you better lose yourself in the moment.
Yeah,
but they did,
in the
you
worship.
better lose yourself in the good book.
It was all in the Bible. That's amazing.
I was like, okay.
Yeah, you're like,
idea.
okay, don't do that. You're like, maybe not do that.
Exactly.
That's so funny.
Dude, what a great story, though. So you came and visited Nashville, and right away you were like, okay, sign with this management team. And did you feel like you were going to move to Nashville even then?
I did.
Nice.
I remember like visiting Franklin and I'm like, why does it feel like home?
Yeah.
Like I remember asking myself that. And I was spending a lot of time with the Lord, like just kind of asking him like, Lord, is this what I'm supposed to do? And I remember it felt like he wasn't just like poking me like, hey, maybe you should try this music thing. It was like he was grabbing me by the shoulders. Like, I'm calling you to something bigger than you even realize. And I couldn't even understand it fully, you know?
Hey, did you know that I'm going to be on tour coming up very soon? The Don't Stop Praying tour is on sale now. Hitting the road this fall, a select amount of cities, MatthewWest.com, all your city and ticket information. We've got some special VIP tickets as well where we can hang out in person. Don't miss your chance to join me on the Don't Stop Praying tour this fall. Go to MatthewWest.com to get your tickets today. So you're not in town very long before you wind up actually getting a record deal offer with Fairtrade, right? Like that. I mean, some artists have stories of like rejection by, and by some, I mean me. Like I remember like every label for 4 years turned me down. And, so there's some people have that path, but your path, I mean, did you feel like you had seasons of rejection when you first came to town, or did you feel like the doors were opening relatively quickly?
It's so funny. When I wasn't doing Christian music, it was a lot of rejection.
Interesting.
And when I gave everything to the Lord and like just wanted to glorify him solely with my music, it was like doors were opening fast. And I remember I did American Idol twice. Didn't make it through. Just auditioned for things like different competitions, didn't win, like just stuff like that, and
do you look back on that now and are you like, I'm so glad I didn't go on American Idol?
I'm so glad.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, and it's such a cool experience, but like I just see like God has, and he always has better plans than we can imagine, and you just see it like full view when you're on the other side. You can't see it in the moment, but you're like, it's like that picture where like Jesus is holding the teddy bear and then he has like the bigger one behind him and you're like, I want the small teddy bear, but it's like he has the bigger one behind him and he's like, you can't see it yet, I have something better. I always think of that picture.
I like that. And you're living in that, so you're learning to kind of go, wait a minute, I want the more. I want what he has for me, not what I think I should have, right?
Totally.
So talk to you. I mean, you've had lots of firsts right now, right? Like you sign your name on a record deal, you release your first music, you go on your first tour, you're having your first writing sessions, studio sessions, recording vocals and things like that. Like, is there Is there a first that like sticks out to you that's like, oh my gosh, like was it stepping on stage on tour for the first time, or like, I'm just curious if there's been like a moment where you're like, holy cow. I think I know one first that would probably be, if it was me.
What's your guess?
Well, I mean, finding out your first song goes #1.
That was insane.
It's probably pretty crazy, right?
That was literally insane. How special. We wrote that together.
That's
crazy.
So
cool.
I'm so proud of you. And so it's so cool to see just how your platform has been used to speak into the lives of people everywhere, but also to young girls. I think it's very fitting, given the part of your story that you shared of just like going like, hey, you know, I've struggled at different times to like understand where my true worth is found.
Totally.
And then of course the song is about the truth of your identity in Christ. So I'm just curious, like, you know, let's first talk about just the moment of like, you're getting a #1, your family comes to town, you're celebrating. So cool. Like, what's that feel like?
Oh man, I had no words for that day because we celebrated at the label together, and my family flew in, and it was just, I don't know, I feel like it was like a glimpse of just like what God's done, and he's in every single detail. So just like in every season, I'm like, now I know why my mom felt the need to sign me up for this, to prepare me and equip me. And it's like, but it was really surreal, and it was cool like sharing stories of like the testimonies, because I think the truth, I mean, just doing Christian music in general, like the testimonies are so powerful, but especially with a song like The Truth, where I feel like the stories are just really heavy and powerful. And I mean, every single day I get a message saying like, this song saved my life.
Wow.
It's so powerful. And just knowing there's so many people that also struggle with the same thing I've struggled with my whole life, you know. And I think just the way we were very vulnerable about those struggles, you know, it just makes people feel like not alone. And it's really, really cool just hearing the stories. I don't know.
It's powerful. No, I do feel like these songs can be a lifeline to somebody else, because, you know, it's like, I always think about how, you know, Satan loves to work on us and get us to a point of isolation, right? Like he doesn't, I've heard it said once before, it's like Satan doesn't just want to point out the fact that you're messed up. He wants to make you then believe that you're the only one who's messed up in that way.
Totally.
And so he works to isolate. And I feel like, you know, sometimes our mission as the music makers of the world is to send a song that's filled with truth into the world. And when somebody can see themselves in that song, it lets them know they're not the only one.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's like, and that fights isolation and builds community.
Yes.
And so your new fans, people who are going, I want to learn more about Mega Woods, they're connecting with you because they're connecting with your story, and because you've let them know that they're not the only one who's ever wondered what their identity is and struggled with that part of their life. So you're giving that lifeline, and you're also offering community to that person, which defeats the enemy one connection at a time, which is so powerful.
It is so powerful, and it's an anthem in my life, you know. That chorus, just declaring that at shows has been very surreal. I always say, like, let's sing this out together, you know. And it's like hearing a crowd of people sing like, I am my Father's child, I make him smile. Like, it's just so, I can't even explain the feeling. I've cried in those moments because I'm just overwhelmed.
Yeah,
you know?
what's that like, hearing an audience like on their own sing the words back to you, which means that they've let that song in, like they're coming. I mean, that's a massive turning point in an artist's career too. Like when you all of a sudden you could play a whole set and then you sing a song and they already know it.
That is so mind-blowing. Like the chorus, when they know the chorus, I'm like, okay, like I know those words are, but I'm like, when they know the verse of the song too, I'm like, wait, that's crazy.
It's crazy.
But no, I love it because when they're singing it the way they are, I know they're believing it in that moment, and they're believing that truth, and that is the most powerful thing, is them believing it, and that's the important thing, you know?
On a side note, isn't it funny though, like once you have a song in your set that the audience knows and sings, doesn't it make it hard to sing all the other ones too?
Yes. It's so funny because, you know, it's so funny when I talk about it, I always like give a little like hint that the truth's coming up.
Yeah.
And I'll just be like, and this is like the truth of what God says about you. and then they're all like all of a sudden it's like this shift in the audience of like, you know, if they were like looking away for a second, they're like,
that's right.
and
it's right.
They like get their cameras ready.
Yeah.
And like they're like ready. But it's so like inspiring for new artists to just feel like, wow, there's so many people that love the message, love like that I'm on a stage and I'm not going up there trying to be perfect. And I love that about Christian music. Like there's not a pressure to be perfect. I'm on a stage and I'm like, guys, I am so broken and I have these struggles and I still do, you know. There's a lyric of the song that I love so much. It's like, I know the lies are always going to try and find me, you know.
That's right.
Because I've never been so sure.
It's not a one-time thing, is it? Like the enemy doesn't just say, well, I lost Megan, I'm on to the next. He's like, he's always looking for someone whom he may devour. Like he doesn't just go, oh, I lost out. It's like he always tries.
In all different seasons, you know. Yeah. I mean, even recently, there was a woman, and I never thought this song could impact someone in this way with this story. But she had told me, and she was, by the way, her name was Joy. She was the most joyful person I've ever met. Wow. And she told me that the song The Truth, is helping her through a season of chemo.
Wow.
And she looks in the mirror and she sees that she's losing her hair and she's not recognizing herself. And she's also struggling with this whole thing of like, I don't want to identify myself as like I'm sick, you know, in this tragedy. But it's like, but when she hears the song, she's reminded like that's not where her identity's placed, and it doesn't change who she is, you know, and who God created her to be. So even though she's walking through that, you know, so I never thought it could impact someone in that way. Right.
You know? It's like, that's the beauty of it. Like how music can be received and most importantly, how the Lord works through it. Guys, Christmas is right around the corner, and we are having an incredibly special event in Franklin, Tennessee this Christmas, December 4th through the 7th of 2026. It's called Come Home for Christmas. It's our annual weekend where we hang out with a very small, select group of people that come and hang out with us for the weekend and get in the Christmas spirit. This weekend is filled with awesome festivities. We do a Christmas tree lighting downtown Franklin, Tennessee. We sing carols. We drink hot cocoa. We have a special Christmas dinner, special concerts and events all throughout the weekend. We get to hang out and do life with you and get in the Christmas spirit together. If that sounds like fun, then I want to encourage you to go to MatthewWest.com. We have very few passes left, but we would love to ring in the Christmas season with you. Come home for Christmas, Franklin, Tennessee. Join me and the West family and some incredible special guests. It's going to be amazing. I'll see you in Franklin, Tennessee. Go to MatthewWest.com to get your tickets now. And so the only thing better than one big song is many more to come. And you've followed up the truth with another amazing song called I Believe You. That it's like now, okay, so I want to talk a little bit about the heart behind that song. And of course, we're going to encourage people to go and find all of your music. But so from the singer who brought you the truth, she now is coming with the next big song. But let's talk about I Believe You and the heart behind that and what your hope is for it.
Yeah, well, I wrote I Believe You in a season where I had lost all hope. I was struggling with something called TMJ. I struggle with that. It's a disorder in your jaw.
It's like super painful, isn't it?
It can be, yeah. And so I was in a season where I was really stressed and it was just flaring up so bad to the point where I didn't know if I could sing because it was affecting my voice. And
because it's your jaw. It could impact your throat and everything, right?
Yeah, because like the jaw, it like connects to your throat muscles. Yeah. And I literally for 6 months felt like someone was going like this to my throat. And it caused me to fear so much, like just about, okay, what am I going to be able to sing again or normally? Yeah. And as a vocalist, it's just definitely a struggle to deal with, especially like on the road and like, you know, if it's flaring up and stuff. Oh,
it's such a helpless feeling.
Yeah. So in that season, I just went into a depression and I was so nervous. It was before The Truth came out. And I kind of realized after it was like definitely all warfare going on because The Truth was like ready to come out. And I remember like literally getting up one day and I was like, I can't even sing The Truth right now, and I'm going to release this song. Wow. And how am I going to get on a stage?
That's the worst feeling.
Yeah. And so I was just really struggling, believing I was going to get through that and if I was going to actually be okay, you know? And thankfully, you know, as things kind of like slowed down in my life, things got better and my jaw got better and manageable. I started going to a chiropractor. and treating it. And, you know, the Lord gave me wisdom on like how to deal with that. But yeah, it was a really rough season and I was really struggling. So I was clinging on to the verse, Isaiah 40:31, where it says, but those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. And so that verse really inspired me, because in that season, I was like, I have no choice but to believe you, God, that I'm going to get through this season of like, I don't even know. I just moved my life here and I got a record deal and I'm ready to, you know, I waited years to put out a song and it's happening and I can't sing.
I know you're not going to leave me hanging here.
Yeah. And I was like, God, I thought you were doing this in my life. I thought this was your plan for me. And in that moment, I was forced to just be like, Lord, I believe you, and I'm gonna surrender and like not leaning on my own understanding of this, and just know like you're gonna carry me through and give me the strength. So
that's powerful.
Yeah. So this song means so much to me. It's like my honest cry out for, you know, for God to just know like I'm believing in you. I'm trusting you're fighting for me. And I feel like this song is really gonna resonate with people going through depression, struggling with anxiety. Just some dark thoughts they're having, like maybe they can't see the light at the end of the tunnel,
right?
Like
you're in the middle of it. Yeah.
So I just want them to declare like to Jesus, like I believe you that I'm gonna get through this season.
I think there's such a powerful thing that takes place when, you know, I think power can be found when songs are written not from the perspective of I'm looking back and I learned the lesson I needed to learn and everything neatly wrapped up like the end of a 30-minute, you know, sitcom, right? Like there's power in looking back, but like, you know, vulnerability in songwriting requires you to be willing to write in the middle of that and not, and then, you know, really as an expression of faith to say, I can't see the end of this particular tunnel, but and that's what that song speaks to me is when I hear it, it's like, okay, that reminder, like I can't see how this is going to go, but I believe that your word is true. I believe that you're faithful. And so speaking to somebody right in the middle of what they're going through, they haven't seen their breakthrough yet. And I mean, that's when we look for anthems more than ever. Do you know what I mean? To go, okay, like, Lord, I'm struggling.
I'm in the moment now.
Yeah, right in the moment.
And that's where your faith is really like tested. And it's like, okay, Lord, I'm going to just surrender and trust you. Even though it's like the hardest thing to do. It's hard. It's easier said than done, you know?
Yes.
So I wanted to write a song that can be for that person in the middle of it.
That's awesome. And that's out at radio right now. And it's available for streaming right along with when they go to your profile, they can find how many songs do you have out at this point? Is it just the two?
I have three songs out.
3 songs out.
Yes.
Okay.
I have a song called Prayer in a Bible that's out as well.
That's right. Okay. Yeah. Prayer in a Bible. And so then is an EP coming or an album
EP is coming
or okay.
Very soon.
You
can
can't
expect that very soon.
No dates yet. We can't talk about it.
I'm just going
to
say in the fall.
In the fall.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes. I'm so excited. I'm so ready.
Are you?
I'm so excited.
Yeah, because people don't, I was going to back up 1 second and talk about like the physical toll vocally too. Like I don't think people always realize like just how much the whole body is needed to perform, and when things are out of alignment, like it can affect your singing voice in major ways. And so especially if it's something like that, like close to your throat, like and you're not one of those like soft singers that's like, you know, singing a 4-note range. Like you have a powerhouse voice, but it requires a lot of power and strength and effort. And I know that feeling, like when you know you're going to go for the notes, but you don't know if the notes are going to be there, or that feeling of like your neck tightening up. And this is coming from someone who's had the vocal cord surgeries and done stupid things with my voice because I thought I was Superman. You know what I mean? Yeah, you
feel invincible.
Oh, yeah. I remember one time when I was first starting out, I did like 20 shows in 21 days.
Oh, my gosh.
And I prided myself on being like Iron Man.
Yeah.
And I blew my vocal cords out and had to have throat surgery. And it was like, and I learned the hard way and had to rebuild my singing voice from scratch. So I tell you that as a cautionary tale to like, listen to your voice. I'm glad you're working with a vocal coach because it's so important to like protect, you know. I think a lot of times we think we're letting people down, and I mean, I had to cancel like a whole year's worth of shows at one point, and it was like, you would talk about feeling like a failure, feeling like I was letting people down, feeling like my career was passing me by, all these things. But the Lord even used that season in my life to help me reorient and figure out really what my firm foundation was, because he knew that I was putting so much of who I was on what I did.
Yeah.
And when
where
you,
we place our identity in that.
When you
it's
can't
so easy.
did that anymore, when you can't do that anymore, then you learn real quick, like,
where are you putting it?
Okay, was my house being built on some shifting sands? Because some days the voice ain't going to be there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I saw a prominent country singer just posted on social media that she was canceling. She's got major shows like in front of stadiums. Ella Langley. Wow. She was opening for Morgan Wallen and canceled some shows for health and for mental health and whatever. She was sharing, just going, I'm going through some stuff and I need to. And I was like, I respect that so much that it's like, imagine what she's going through though, to say, you know, and feeling like you're letting people down, fans disappointed or whatever, but you got to know what's going on, and you have to trust the Lord. It's like, hey, if your voice can't go one night, then you got to listen to that. You know what I mean? So anyway, that's my like fatherly advice. Yes, this concludes the fatherly advice part portion of the podcast. I did not know that you had
surgery, Matthew. That's crazy.
Oh man, I've had physical obstacles that have, you know, made me wonder if I'd ever be able to even do a podcast like this, let alone sing again. So I'm thankful for the Lord's faithfulness. I'm thankful to hear that I'm glad to hear that he's healing you and helping your symptoms to subside, at least, especially working with a doctor and a vocal coach and all those things, because there's much more music that needs to come. And real quick before we go though, I saw on Instagram that you have a perfume.
I do. Yes.
Now, so living in a house full of women, I just have to inquire, like, was that a dream you've always had, or was that like a new surprise? I
just got into niche fragrances. So I just started like developing this passion for it, which is so funny. I feel like that's such a pattern. Like I get into something and then the Lord's just like, all right, let me open this other door, you know? But it's so cool. A fragrance company called Day 3, they're a Christian company. They reached out to me and they were just so touched by the truth. And they wanted to further the story of the truth with a fragrance and make it into another art form that could impact people. And
that's cool.
I love so much about it is like, it's kind of like a secular industry, the fragrance world. So to be, you know, a Christian company, you know, spreading the message of the truth, like getting people to wear the perfume and look into, oh, what is this about? You know, and maybe they listen to the song and, but the company, they're called Day 3, because on the third day, God created all things that have scent. So it's really cute.
I didn't know that.
I love it. Yeah. So,
well, I mean, I knew the creation story, but I didn't put that together.
You didn't know that, Matthew?
So wait, where can they buy the perfume at? Your website?
Yes, you can buy it on my official web store.
Which is?
MeganWoodsOfficial.com.
Okay, MeganWoodsOfficial.com. You can buy music, you can buy a book, and you can buy stuff to smell good.
Yes.
Right? Because you also have a book called The Truth, right?
Yes, I have a devotional out, 30-day devotional and a children's book.
And is that all available at MeganWoodsOfficial.com?
Yes.
All right, so smell good.
Yeah.
Get your brain
don't
smart.
You don't smell anymore, and you can have a book.
I'll tell you what, you need to be selling that perfume at all these summer festivals, because there's a stench in the air. I think there's all these teenage boys that running around. Do you have the what's the name of the perfume?
It's called Royal Reflection.
Royal Reflection. Okay.
Yeah.
So do some Royal Reflection on how you smell, and if you think you can improve upon your smell, go get Royal.
Totally, literally.
You need to do a dude's cologne. You know what I mean? Like The Truth could be like the dude.
The dude, yeah.
The dude cologne, and make it, you know.
Be like perfect king. Like I was made in the image of a perfect king or something.
There you go.
That'd be cool.
That's better than the dude.
The dude.
Let's go with your idea.
But honestly, ad shows, if anyone's sweating, it's me, because I feel like I'm always in leather. So I feel bad for the meet and greets, because I'm like, sorry, I'm wearing leather.
The leather just traps all that heat in.
Totally. Well, it does.
Hey, it's a price you got to pay for high fashion.
Totally.
Well, I'm proud of you. You're doing so great.
So
and I know you're going to be continuing to put more music out into the world that touches people's lives, and hope you'll always just continue to be reminded that when you write something honest and true, and then you sing it with all the conviction that your voice can muster, which is exactly what you do, bring everything to every song, and that's going to connect to the hearts of the people, and it's the Lord that does the work, and what an honor it is for us to be able to take part in that, isn't it?
It's such an honor.
And I could see it in you, like you've gotten a taste of, like, okay, you've gotten on stage and you've gone out with Big Daddy Weave and you sung the truth, and you're seeing how the Lord can use you to impact people's lives, and as you get a taste for that, you want more of it, not more success, not more album sales,
Yeah.
but you want to be a part of something that has an eternal value. And
Totally.
ultimately, that's where true fulfillment comes from for all of us. So
Totally.
I get so fired up, even as a dad, like just seeing these, I feel I'm going to sound like an old dude for a second, but like as a dad, like seeing young female artists come up and like reach a young generation with powerful messages of truth, because there is not an abundance of positive female role models for girls like my daughters to like model after. Do you know what I'm saying?
Totally.
So just more encouragement for you, like to know that like there's a whole lot of young girls who like, you know what, like they're looking for somebody to look up to and go, all right, and you can be in that role and you can be pointing them to Jesus at every turn.
Yeah.
And man, that's the kind of impact that has an eternal value and
Amen.
will never return void. So keep
It's
up the good
amazing.
work.
Thank you so much.
All right, y'all go buy some perfume. She's going to work on the Dude cologne.
Yes.
And great things are coming for you.
Yeah. Aw,
Thanks
thank
for
you so
joining me at
much.
the Story House.
Thanks for having me.
All right, that's the show for today, folks. Thanks for joining me. Thanks to my guest, Megan Woods. Very excited for all the things that she's got going on. And if that song's been an encouragement to you, The Truth, be sure to listen to her new one called I Believe You, and give her a follow on socials. Of course, you know, she got that new perfume out too. Check that out too. So anyways, thanks for joining me today. I appreciate you guys, and I hope you remember this. You get one shot at this life, so go make the most of it today. It's your story for His glory. See you next week.